I know it's really late, but I was really tired and then I took a shower and then now I'm not tired anymore. And then all of a sudden I wanted to talk about transmuting negative energy and also consciousness. So we are just going to see what happens. Let's just dive in there. My name is Bernadette from skeptic-mystic.com. So the more we are aware in this present moment that we are co-creator of our reality, the more power we are giving back to our own self, because every aspect of this reality takes our power away. Every aspect of this reality take the power away from us. So whether it is your relationship or your job or your boss or the government or the education system, it can get very disempowering. And so what's happening right now with the Great Awakening is that people are starting to recognize themselves as a co-creator of this universe. They are starting to make conscious choices, and that just means being aware of your decisions that you are making. And most of the time, we are living our life, including me, on autopilot, which most of the time we are living our lives in autopilot programming, which means that it's just really repeated and recurring patterns of past behavior that triggers our fight or flight mechanism. So everyone's on autopilot, and in our modern culture, we focus so much on mastering and developing and controlling our forces of nature that we kind of start to have this materialistic viewpoint of the world embedded in us. And so, this understanding of our own inner space and our own inner dimension of life is something our culture is just really starting to get into. And as the internet rises and it is easier for all of us to access information, it's actually really cool to see us in this time and space, and how we are evolving as a planet. So we have this technology and all this free information that is available to everyone, no matter where they are coming from. You can even get access to internet in prison these days. So you have to, I keep on using the word so, and I understand the word so is a filler word. I'm trying to get rid of that in my vocabulary, especially when I'm doing live streams. The fact that I'm aware of that is actually a good sign. I almost said so. I held myself back. Indeed, that was a good catch. All right, so yes, information is available to everybody, no matter where you're coming from. And I was saying that even in prisons, you can have access to the internet. I think they have library, and that's how they communicate with their families. And also, some people they smuggle cell phones onto into the prisons. If you go on YouTube and you type in like prison life, you can see like a bunch of prisoners with their cell phone just recording in their bunks. It's 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 weird. Anyway, it's not weird, but you know what I mean. As a person that is on the outside looking at their life, like how do you have access to that cell phone? Why are you not afraid of posting it on the internet? Anyway, so you have access to be, so because of all this technology, you have access to see how other people are living their lives. And I always find out that there are two reasons there are two ways how people get to their awakening. It's either you lose everything that you got, you have lost your job, your relationship, your money, and you are at the bottom of the barrel, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my goodness, none of this stuff actually matters. I can change my life. And all of this was stripped away from me for a reason, so that I can recreate my life, so that I can change my life to live the life that I really want, that I really deserve. And the awakening can also come from having nothing at all or having everything taken away from you. So they both leave. Oh, also, you could have everything and still feel that you are lost in life and you still feel lonely. And so you start looking inward to find reasons, to find solutions why you still feel that isolation, why you still feel that emptiness, even though you have everything that you need. So they both, again with the so, but that's all right, because I caught myself. They both lead to the same. They are both paths. That's what I don't like that word. It's hard for me to pronounce. They are both steps to get to the awakening. And both of those steps are aware that the reality that we are living right now is illusionary and it's not permanent. Okay, everything changes. Even the president change every 4 years or every 8 years in the United States of America. The only thing that we take away when we die is our soul, our lessons, our knowledge, our challenges, our lessons, our decisions, our reactions. None of this physical stuff, like my favorite necklace right here, none of that I can bring with me when I die. And so that's also a big part of everyone's awakening, when they realize that one day they are going to die, and the material stuff does not mean anything. What else? As you start going through your awakening, all of a sudden you start to wake up to this huge spiritual world. Like, wow, there is life after death. There is a remote viewing. There's astral traveling. There are tarot readers. There are mediums. There are psychics. And so, oh my goodness, there is so much stuff out there as you start to awaken one step at a time. And then you will also get to the category where you are going to stumble upon conspiracy theories. So you got the you got the government, and then you got the shadow government, and this and that. So there's a lot of that going on right now, and we tend to get lost in all of that. However, that is part of the awakening, and that is part of the journey. Essentially, I believe the number one tool that we can utilize when raising our vibration and maintaining our vibration is to make choices that are aligned with our highest vibrational frequency. And vibration meaning how you embody your life spiritually, emotionally, mentally, emotionally, physically. Maybe I have said one of those already and I repeated that. Doesn't matter. As an example, if you eat a lot of blueberries, because there was a yogi in Burma that told you that eating a lot of blueberries is going to raise your vibration, I would actually question that, because I will ask you, are you eating those blueberries in your highest vibrational alignment, or are you eating those blueberries in someone else's highest vibrational alignment, and they are telling you to do that? Instead of saying, oh, well, I have to be vegan because the spiritual community tells me that in order to raise my vibration and to be a good person, I have to be vegan. That is not to your highest vibrational alignment, because you are doing it out of obligation, not out of what you want. Every soul has their own vibrational signature. If you are not listening to that signature, you are actually disempowering yourself, because you are making decisions and choices based on obligation, and that is lowering your vibration. Excuse me. Started to have dry mouth. I'm back. You could be doing all the things. You could be eating vegan, you could be doing yoga, and you could be meditating every day, and you will still feel unhappy. Why? Because the things that you want to do, I will ask you, why are you doing the things that you are doing? Because everyone is different. Okay, we don't realize that within our autopilot, we have many more choices that we can make. We don't have to follow what everyone is doing. However, we need to do the work to figure out, what do we want? Do I like yoga? Okay, I like yoga. Why do I like yoga? When you do not feel motivated to do yoga, ask yourself why. That's how you come to that's how you come to terms on what feels good to you and what does not feel good to you in your life, right? Okay. So you gotta, yes. You gotta tune inward and ask yourself, what do I really want? Okay, is this an obligation, or is this decision or choice that I'm making something that is really in tune with my soul? You can have all the crystals, all the plants, all the organic food you want, but ultimately it is your own intention that is going to change the vibration, that is going to change the vibration of the environment around you. And I always find that the more expectation we have around something, the tighter we hold on it, and the tighter we hold on the tighter we hold on, the tighter we hold on to something, the further we push it away. You must learn how to protect your energy from energy vampires. I do have an episode on that in my podcast, Spirituality and Self-Love in the Modern World, number 85. Holy cow, I cannot believe that I actually remembered that the number of that episode. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I enjoyed the content that I'm doing today more than I did before. Anyway, you are always going to have caps and limitations in this physical realm. And a lot of people are not aware that they are energy vampires. They don't know it, okay? They have a huge lack within themselves, but they don't know that they lack something. They just know that they feel really good when they are around their best friend, or around a teacher, because they are absorbing the other person's life force energy. For example, your friends say, "Oh my God, I like you so much. I love hanging out with you." But for some reason, you don't know why every time you hang out with this person, you feel so exhausted when you get home. That's why, because they are energy vampires. We have to be aware of that. Unfortunately, energy vampires, they are innocent because they don't know that they are energy vampires. They are innocent in the game of life. You can do what I do. You can do what I do, which is practice healthy boundaries. And I do that sometimes when I walk outside of my house, because I live in a pretty rough neighborhood in San Francisco. I'm very aware of my surroundings. I do the bubble technique, where I imagine myself being covered. Okay, I imagine I put myself in an invisibility cloak. Cloak as in like CLOAK. Cloak. I think cloak. Anyway, I spelled it for you, so you should know what I mean. CLOAK. So I put on an invisible cloak around me, and I tell myself, anyone that does not match my high vibration cannot see me. Don't bother me. And you can experience this in different ways as well. Another technique that I use is that I visualize a cord, CORD, coming from God energy or source energy above, right onto my crown chakra and into my body. And another technique that I use is to ground. Another technique that I use is to imagine there is a cord, CORD, coming from the base of my spine all the way into the center of planet Earth. Anytime I'm feeling exhausted or drained, or I need a little extra pick me up, I try to do one of those visualizations to help me get my life force energy back, especially when I work with people one-on-one as a coach, as a teacher. I still have a very tough time labeling myself as a coach or a teacher, because I see myself as a student, and I will forever be a student of life. Yes, I release any energy when I do all of those visualizations. I release any energy that doesn't serve me. I tell the universe, I tell planet Earth that here, I'm giving you all my negative energy, and I'm going to picture it I'm going to picture it going into the ground, and then I'm gonna say, and then I say thank you to planet Earth for taking all of my negative energy and transmuting it to a positive energy, or to a better energy that planet Earth needs, because planet Earth can do that. Planet Earth is powerful enough to do that. Okay, I am glad I swung by to do a short live at this very late night. All right. Thank you for your time, for your energy, and for your space. My name is Bernadette from skeptic-mystic.com. If you enjoy this live broadcast, please check out my podcast, Spirituality and Self-Love in a Modern World, on Spotify or Apple or wherever it is that you listen to your music. All right. Bye for now. I will chat with you soon, or I will see you soon. Bye.